we're back with more, more Python, more portable ops, and we're gonna actually stop for a sec and take a look at the.
Oh, we have Johnny already?
Yes, we have Jonathan. He actually ends up in your rookies menu, but I took the liberty of putting him in our squad.
He doesn't crap himself, does he?
No.
Thank God.
So
look at all them numbers.
If you'll notice all those stats, the CBA, BCCA, CCBB, and all that, those are what he is good or bad at. So Johnny Boy here isn't very good with like pistols or submachine guns, but he's great with assault rifles.
He's also good at dragging enemies around quicker.
Yeah. Yep. As you saw, he is a rescuer, so he moves around pretty quickly. Oh, we were going to go recruit people, but it seems Mr. Johnny Boy has some things to tell us about that first. Like the fact that we're not going to actually do that yet.
Oh no, Roy's sick.
This is why you need to get all of your injections before you go on covert operations.
Yes. You need your inoculations.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't put like a medicine system in the game. You know how crazy they are with Metal Gear Solid 3 with the whole, oh, you gotta do this, this, and this in order to heal. I'm surprised they didn't do something with medicine.
They're already using a lot of the PSP's power with just what they've got, and I'm pretty sure they filled up an entire UMD disk on all of this, so you can understand if they don't actually have that.
Snake thinks of our radio support crew as family. That's adorable.
So, yep, we're going back to the comm base. We're going to be talking to Paramedic again. But while we're there, we're actually going to go pick up some new friends.
Yay.
Because friends are good.
Indeed. The more the merrier.
Yep. And we're also going to take Johnny out for a ride. As bad as that sounds.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's where I call it.
Oh, of course.
Because he looks fine right there. Doesn't look like he has the flu.
Well, it's not the flu.
I hope Roy isn't driving while he's delirious with jungle fever. Just push him into the back and let John drive for a while.
So, yeah. Not a moment after we... Oh, hey, there's mouse cursor. What is that doing there?
My immersion.
Don't worry, it doesn't show up again, so... Or at least I'm fairly certain it doesn't show up again. Or does it?
Time will tell.
But anyway, Johnny Boy tells us that, yes, we can actually switch sneaking members around. And, yeah.
I was about to say, in order to do that, didn't you have to have, like, put a box and then they come out of that box or something?
What happens is you're basically stuck with whoever you start with in your top spot in your lineup, and then all your other people will scatter around in boxes towards the spawn area near the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And when you call on them, they're in the box, and then when you start moving, they bust out of the box and go, "Hey, I'm here."
Oh, yeah.
So you recruited yourself a date rapist this time. Oh yeah, I got a lot of experience dragging unconscious people home.
Yep. John is a very good person. And you can mess with this cardboard boxes, by the way. You can roll into them and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? Cut that out."
Such a role reversal.
See, in Snake's recruiting system, there was no background check, so anyone could come in and just join.
Yeah. So, you see I dropped the Mark 22 here because I want Jonathan to have it, because I'll be using him for this mission.
John thinks he's gonna come back from this one.
Poor bastard.
Right, so, a legendary soldier such as yourself doesn't qualify for a costume.
That won't be until the next game.
Nope.
I was gonna say, what, the getup he has is not ridiculous as it is?
No. So, what that means is, if you have a soldier who has the same outfit as the people in the area you're going to, they can go and actually sneak around and not be detected, even when you're right in front of them. things like stalking, rolling, and aiming your weapon are things that aren't acceptable in a disguise. So
I just like that. You just roll around like, what the fuck is he doing? Hey, he's not from here. Get him.
yep. Before we go recruiting anyone, there's a new weapon in here. A new handgun. I'm not gonna be using it that often. So yeah.
There are not a lot of polygons in your hand.
Nope.
That is like some GoldenEye shit there.
So we have found our first victim. We know what we must do.
Yeah,
Of course, those rankings, they actually do dictate gameplay elements. So if your character you're using has like a C in pistols, they'll be waving all over the frickin' place.
I'm hoping eventually alerts will start lasting longer, because... yeah.
Well,
Thrilling.
I'm not allowing them to actually go and call in. So when the alerts do happen, they're usually over within a few seconds, because that's the only guy who actually saw me.
Yeah, so they do need to radio in to make it stick.
Right. Or if there's multiple people in the same area and they hear like the gunshots, then they'll come investigate and try shooting you. So yeah, as we stated the last video, this is 90% of Portable Ops' gameplay right here. Going around, knocking everyone out, bringing them back to the truck.
It's like Harvest Moon with the Colombian militia.
Yep. We're just making a lot of friends.
Yeah, it's a friendly simulator. It shows you how to make friends. Shoot them in the head, put them back in the truck.
Tactical Facebook action.
So, these first two is basically a demonstration. Yes, you can actually do this in terms of gameplay, so we won't be showing this in its entirety later on. Like, later in this video, they'll be sped up, and when I decide that we've seen enough, period, they'll be entirely cut out, because, let's face it, this...
Because at some point, we will have seen enough of this soldier's thighs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is basically just like the grinding aspect of the game, surprisingly. It's just knocking it out, knocking them out, knocking them out, dragging them out, dragging them out.
Right.
No
So
one
here's-
else can hold that.
Here's our map. You can move it around. You can change floors. You can, if you have a soldier near you, you can see them on the map and see which way they're facing. So that's pretty good. And I'm not being suspicious, not at all.
I'm surprised he hasn't pointed out. I was like, hey, why aren't you carrying an AK like me? And why are you carrying that tranquilizer gun? Ah, no worries. I'll just walk off.
Well, if you'll notice, the character models can. There we go again. The character models can actually use the handgun, so they're not really all that worried about it, because some of them do have handguns. And
Ah, there we go.
dragging in fast motion.
It's like you're just gently tickling the front of him.
They don't get erotic until Metal Gear Solid 4.
Mm.
I
So,
hope those guys wake up before Roy vomits on them or something. That would just be terrible.
so this guy, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. And he just walks off.
I'm surprised he was not creeped out how close you were to him. He's like, eh.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, buddy, you want to guard this corner? All right, I'll go find another one.
Yep. So, this guy, I tried doing something that we're not actually available to do yet. Which is, you can actually take soldiers and put them near comrades and call in and say, oh hey, I want this guy. And your guy in the cardboard box will be like, okay, sure, I'll take him there for you. But we don't have that ability yet, and I didn't realize it, so I'm kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Why isn't this working?
No, damn it, Roy!
There, now we're playing Metal Gear.
So because I didn't realize that we didn't have it yet. I try again. I didn't think he was close enough, so I put him a little closer, you know, and then call again.
If you don't trip the event flags, you can't have any gameplay.
Nope.
How can you expect gameplay if you don't hit the event flag?
And here Roy is saying, oh hey, if you're strange, they won't think you're them. Don't be strange.
So basically, don't roll, don't stalk, and you're fine.
Yeah. Jiggle around all you want, you'll be fine.
You could run around in circles and you'll be fine.
Well, you know, that's acting in character, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
You know, every unit has that one guy.
That one guy.
He's so ecstatic to start patrolling. He's like, yeah, I feel so important. And just runs around shooting, and they're like, oh, he's the first one down.
So you'll notice our little icon, the chameleon icon, has finally left the screen. What that means is we have recruited everyone in this map. There is no more danger of being spotted. You can run around and do anything. So what's the first thing we're going to do? Plunge headfirst through a glass window.
Hell yeah.
I just find that funny. A base empty, and nobody hears that. Nobody hears the window crash or nothing. Just silence.
Yeah. And you can hide in lockers if you really want. It never really works out.
Can you recruit a locker?
I don't know. I've never tried recruiting a locker.
Lockers have their uses. You can store stuff, hide in them. Recruit another. Leave unconscious guards in there for all eternity.
Yep. I don't know why I decided to come this way, but I did. I showed you. There's stuff out there. It's basically the other entrance.
Oh, okay, Snake will interrupt us. Oh, wait, no. Alright, then.
Mm-hmm. For all intents and purposes, when we reach our objectives for the map, Snake will be there anyway, so it really doesn't matter who triggers it.
I was hoping John would just try to call her up and be like, hello, I am comrade of Snake Boss Man.
That would be great, but no, it doesn't happen.
You are paramedic, yes? You are the lady who will save my friend from throwing up on me. And she just clicks like fucking prank phone caller.
Yeah.
We'll share medical secrets of your country, yes?
Oh boy. At least Snake knows how malaria is transmitted.
Oh boy.
So that says a little something about he knows stuff. What kind of stuff? Who knows? It's a mystery.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Metal Gear, they just love to go into tiny details about everything. Even malaria.
We're home now. We're getting doses of trivia that... You see, before starting every Metal Gear, Kojima buys a fresh set of encyclopedias and just goes through them.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he
Whenever he hits something interesting, he leaves a bookmark there, and that's how he writes the script.
Well, there you go. Quick, I need information on malaria.
He's like, I had to extend this cutscene some more. Put some useless info. Ah, there goes my bookmark.
In MGS1, we get a breakdown of how cardboard is made.
Really? Oh my god.
Good times.
Alright. Yeah, no, I just find it funny. Because I played this game before, it just makes me laugh. Like, they're like, we gotta find this medicine right now. They try to make it all dramatic and shit. I'm like, oh, portable apps.
Malaria cannot stop Roy Campbell from expositing.